Finding an amazing associate position is not easy. And at Dentist Job Connect, we work so hard to bond dentists together, practice owners and associate dentists. To connect with us, to hire an amazing associate or find an awesome job, text hire to 215-798-9897. If you would like to check out open positions across the U.S., text job to 215-798-9897. I am here with an amazing practice owner, my friend from the Dental Success Institute. Share with us who you are, where you're sitting, and a little bit about your practice.
Perfect. So my name is Will Burghardt. I'm a dentist, obviously, and I practice just south of Boston in a town called Marshfield, Massachusetts. And we're about 35 minutes south of Boston and about 5 minutes from waterfront, ocean, beautiful New England charm. I started our practice about 13 years ago. So Paul, cue me a little bit here, but we're south of Boston. We're in
Yeah,
this
doing
beautiful
great.
area, oceanfront. And it's just one of these great communities where it's all about small town America for me. So I picked this beautiful small town, and it's just kind of been a dream location for our practice.
Well, it sounds like an amazing place to do your dentisting thing. And you have a
Right.
group of team. I have a group of team. I love groups of dentists working together. The ABC, always be connecting, always be collaborating motto that
Correct.
we have. I want to share just some details that you are looking for an associate dentist full time. People can text Marshfield to 215-798-9897 to apply, or go to dentistjobconnect.com. But Will, we are dentists. What year did you graduate? I graduated in 2002.
Right. I graduated in 2007, so you're a little ahead of me.
Same,
And
same general generation, right? You'd
same
say
general
general,
generation.
general
Yep.
generation, if that's a phrase. But Dennis, we like details, right? We want details about the details. So we
Right.
share that you are 35 minutes away from Boston, but tell our audience, why are you looking for an associate dentist?
So we're lucky enough to be in the position. So I started my practice about 13 years ago, and we just expanded to 14 operatories. So having 14 operatories and having two associates, we're all busy and productive, but we have room to grow a little bit more. So having this extra room to grow into, plus having 5.5, almost 6 hygienists, we have too many patients, too many teeth, and we need a couple more hands. So having an extra,
Yeah.
not extra, but having another valuable super GP type dentist would be amazing. And we have two practices. So one's in Marshfield, and another one's in what's called Pembroke, which is a town 15 minutes away. And this one amazing dentist that we're looking for would ideally help us with both practices. So
I love that. And I mean,
both have
we're
been
very
newly
similar.
renovated. Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
similar practices. Both have the same vibe. They're both brand new practices. You'll feel like you're walking into a practice that was just built a year ago. So you'll kind of help support both practices. One office has 8 operatories and one has 14. The number of chairs doesn't really matter. It's just, you're walking into a practice that has the room to grow.
Love that. I always say that Dentist Job Connect, we help practice owners unlock the 4 F's that matters most: schedule, freedom, free time with your family, financial growth, and fewer hygiene checks. So you did share you have
Fewer
enough
hygiene check. Yeah,
fewer
right.
hygiene checks is gold. Now tell us about this. We graduated in the O times, right? We're not from the 1900s, right? That's a joke by
No.
Nate Bargatze, but we are from the beginning O's, right? Beginning zeros. Dental school pricing, the tuition has gone nacho nuts. There is some pressure on new dentists to earn. It's reasonable for them to think, hey, how will I be compensated if I work as part of your team? So
Right.
tell us about
Yep.
the compensation with your group.
So great question. We always want to be competitive. We want to make sure our doctors are loved and feel loved. And the average doctor, and same thing, you aren't going to be an average doctor because we're going to try to help you become a super doctor. But the doctors that are in my practices are not collecting, they're earning between $200,000 to $300,000 a
Awesome.
year. So that's a 4-day work week, not a 5-day work week, but a 4-day work week. Our hours are more like family hours. We want to work 9 to 5 so we can sleep in or get up early to work out, and then we start seeing patients at 9, and then we usually are out of here by 5:10 to 5:15, so we can get on with our after party, whatever that would
And
be.
I think that's so important for you to
It
share. And
is.
you're drilling in, pun intended, to your culture and lifestyle. It's not a 6-day-a-week thing. You're not.
Nope.
Are you guys Monday through Thursday, or do you take Wednesdays
Yep.
off, or what is it usually the
Yep.
schedule?
So Monday, one practice is Tuesday to Friday, just because that's the way the 8 operatory practice is functioning. But they could grow to another day if it needed to be. But it's kind of Monday through Friday between the two practices. Those will be the days. I think it's burnout when you work 5 days a week doing the difficult things we do. So I think a 4-day work week is perfect. And based on the person and the opportunity, we kind of figure out if it's going to be Monday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday, or maybe they prefer to have Wednesdays off, but we'd
Yeah.
work at that. but we'll kind of work through that with those
I
details.
like that schedule flexibility. Now tell our
Yeah.
audience about this. Say someone says, "Hey, I want to be in this area. I understand your why. That compensation is a fit for me." But what procedures am I expected to do most of the time as your associate
Yep.
dentist?
So I wanted to hear, I'm more looking for somebody with some experience. So if you're just out of dental school and you haven't done a GPR or AGD or haven't had a couple years of experience, it may not be the perfect practice for you yet, because I want somebody that actually is ready to do some oral surgery, has some experience with implants, and I'll mentor you through that if you need some experience. So it's kind of like it's bread and butter dentistry for sure, but you need to be able to be efficient and proficient at it, where it doesn't seem like it's going to take you an hour and a half to do a class 2 filling. So you're going to be able to do all things. So it's like the sky is the limit in a way. So if you're ready for full mouth rehab, let's let you do full mouth rehab. If you're ready just for quadrant dentistry or bread and butter dentistry, we'll help you do that. But I really value dentists that have some experience and are comfortable doing some challenging extractions and ready to start doing some more endo than just very simple endo. So the sky is the
We
limit. Like, we don't
we
have
talked
to limit.
about, Will, at the DSI, because you
Yeah,
particularly have taken a liking to advanced implant cases. Tell
correct.
our audience about what you do with these advanced implant cases.
So the fun thing about our practice, we call it multi-specialty, but really I'm the specialist because I went through every subspecialty training just over the last 20 years. And I've really found my niche in teeth in a day. So I really got into it about 5 years ago, where we now, most of the only procedures I really want to do now are just teeth in a day. So I will screen all of our patients if they come in for consultations. And if it's a teeth in a day case, I will take that case. And if you're really interested in teeth in a day, I'll show you how I do it, and I can give you the training on how to do that.
That's
But then
awesome.
all the other treatment, oral surgery and bread and butter, crowns, all that stuff, I try to make sure I funnel to my associates so they can stay busy and productive.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I always share with dentists, especially, in the early stages of your career, and that could be 3 years out of your
Right.
GPR, AGD, that it's really good to be in a place where amazing dentistry is being done through,
Right.
whether you want to say osmosis or learning, whether it's from the case acceptance, whether it's from the clinical
Right.
skills. It's just awesome
Yep.
to be in those environments. So
Yeah.
now, I want to kind of remind everyone I'm talking with the awesome Dr. Will. He has an amazing position on Dentist Job Connect. You go to dentistjobconnect.com to apply. But my
Right.
last question is, dentists are people too. Not many people think we're people, Will, but we are
People.
actual people. So
Right.
when someone's done at 5:15, talk to me about somebody who relocates from across the country. They're 4 years
Yep.
out of school. They can do this, but they say, "Hey, Dr. Will, what are some fun things that I can do in the area
Right.
after
So
my dentisting hours?" Tell us about that.
if you've never been to Boston, I think you'll quickly fall in love with Boston, because we're waterfront, but it's a big city, but not big like Manhattan big. It's just a big city that has all the fun you want. So of my associates now, one lives in the seaport of Boston, and she just loves living in the city, and then drives 35 minutes south and then works in our little small town and has the big city feel, but works in a small town. If you're not a big city person, but you love small towns, there's all these small towns around us that you can live in, and you're 5 minutes from the beach. So I didn't grow
Nice.
up on the beach, but now that I live in a coastal community, after I hang up from this phone call, I'm literally going to put my flip flops on and go sit at the beach for the next, 4 hours and just enjoy the night. So being
Nice.
in a beach community is a wonderful thing. So, for the 20-year-old, 20 to 35-year-old, you could live in the city, which is 35 minutes north of us. Or if you're ready to, hang out in the suburbs and enjoy the family living, there's lots of fun suburbs to live in. In our actual office, we actually have a bar built into the middle of our office, because when I
Cool.
grew, we had this extra space that connected two spaces. So we have a built-in bar, not that we drink at work, but we have happy hours 1 to 2 nights a week after work, just to help everybody like blow off some steam, get to know each other better. And that's just part of the culture here. Like, number one was make it fun, make it fun. Number two is make an impact. And number three, which there's many more to go through, but it was just having a team and a community. So if you've got a bar in your office and you can make an impact and you can be a team, it just becomes this like community that most offices don't have. Because how many dental offices do you know that have a bar built into
I
it?
love it.
Yeah.
Have fun while making an
Yeah.
impact, helping
Right.
people, as I say, chew and smile with confidence. But what's also important
Right.
is helping the dentist smile more and cry less, as I say. And you have an amazing
Oh,
opportunity.
and you saw that. That's our
Yeah, yeah.
actual logo. Smile more. Yeah.
I love that. That's great. I didn't
Yep.
say well. People
Yep.
can text Marshfield to 215-798-9897.
Please do.
Go to
Yep.
dentistjobconnect.com to apply. But kind of my last bonus question I'd like to ask you is, you're a member of the Dental Success Institute. I'm a member of the Dental Success Institute. I love what Mark Costas does. He's a sponsor of my group. How has being part of the Dental Success Institute helped you as a practice owner?
It's having a support network. So you feel alone when you're in your practice every day, because you work with all these great employees, but they aren't going through being the dentist, being the marketer, being the business owner. So just being in DSI gives you this support network for the people that kind of help you raise the bar for what's possible, or for the people that are going through the challenges that we go through as dentist owners, and knowing that that's normal, that you're not alone. So I think just having that community that I never had before DSI has been extremely valuable.
Well, I'm grateful for that because I met you through that community and we got to hang out recently, and I will hang out again. Well, go enjoy the beach. People can reach out to us at dentistjobconnect.com. They'd be lucky to work for someone as awesome
Please
as you.
do. Thank you so much for your time. All right. Thank you.